find them. So Yadira or Shadon, if you guys, know what I'm talking about when I those slides, share them in the group. I will keep looking for them. But basically it's, if we want to do a little bit more than the 3x3x3 and you want to boost your social media, to the next level, then it's something that they presented as 2-4-6-8-10. And basically, it's 2 power posts every day. And so the 2 power posts will be something like, if you've had a great transformation, which all of us in this group, I think, can attest to that. You can post something about, yourself in different clothes or your old clothes that you are no longer wearing because it's too big or too, small if you wanted to gain weight. You can also post about health tips, hydration, eating out in a healthy way, your energy levels, better sleep, your mindset. So a whole combination of things that doesn't have to necessarily be, before and after pictures, but you can also present as, your non-scale victories. Also, there's recipes, as we start exploring how to eat healthier, you may find a recipe that looks great and it's easy to prepare. And so you can share that with the folks, on social media. You can post about yourself, just a shift that you've had in your journey, about your family, things that you enjoy, if you have hobbies, if you like coffee, like I do. Sometimes I'll post about coffee, my coffee little station that I have at home. Things that, your pets, sports, just different things that may become, interesting to someone else who maybe has been thinking about doing those things, but they haven't quite, done it. So you may be inspiring someone with these power posts. The next one, and I also, part of the power post is doing a live video, which I'm gonna have to say those have always been hard for me, because it's the same thing. I try to, want to over prepare when you just kind of think about one of these things that I just mentioned and you just go ahead and do it. But yeah, the live videos definitely are a way to engage and to attract people. They get to know you and connect with you more. The next one, so that was the 2. Now the 4 is for Facebook stories every day. If you're not doing Facebook stories, now is a good time to start. And that can be quotes, moments with family, a before and after picture. You can tell a story within the story that you're presenting. And also you can talk about, sometimes when we have trainings, you can also post something about, hanging out with people that are, think the same way you do, things like that. So that would be the 4. And then 6, so you're gonna like 6, do or give 6 likes on other people's posts. And so you're just gonna go on your, feed and pick 6 people and then like on their posts. 8 will be to comment on 8 people that are different, or 8 posts that are different from the ones that you liked previously. And so, you're actually just kind of creating more engagement and more activity on your social page. And then lastly, the 10 is starting 10 conversations on Messenger or text. And so, of course, like I mentioned in the beginning, we've been doing, or we start with 3x3x3, but if you want your business to kind of, have more activity, then we start increasing our, business building activities, now doing something like this. And so, there's different versions of how we manage the social media, and, in the different trainings that you may participate in, you may see it, talked to differently. But this is something that kind of resonated with me. And, if I find the slides, I'm going to share them with you guys. What I did, I just wrote my own little notes, and I have this on my board. And, I try to incorporate one thing, every time. And so one day I look at this and I just try to get myself inspired to do something different that I haven't tried before. Something that I see James doing also is telling the stories within the story, is to feature, and he has featured all of us here from the moment that we started to where we are now in our health coaching journey. And so he creates a series of photos, and, it's kind of reading a little story within that point. And so I feel like people do get attracted to, instead of just looking at one single post, just to see, that progression that it does happen in the things that we do. So I don't know, does anybody have anything they'd like to share or add in terms of these points? Yeah, Dara, now I can see you.
I had to get on my phone. I couldn't deal with it. I was just like, okay, I can't see myself, and it's just weird. Not that I want to see myself, but I have to agree with you on the whole story thing. Before I was really hesitant. First of all, I would forget to do the stories, but I know, like, in our trainings, it's something like, it's a constant thing. Like, if you're not doing it, you got to do it. If you're not doing it, start doing it, and it's just like, okay. And I do see, you get a lot of viewers like that. And the last time we had our meeting, James mentioned something about, if you go back to your stories, you'll see who is actually watching the entire thing. So those are the ones that you really want to start conversations with, and the other ones also, but those are like the main ones, like the focus ones. So I've done that, and I've gotten a couple of responses right now. I'm like kind of like making conversations where I'm hoping, hopefully this week I will be able to help another client, which is kind of awesome. And so yeah, that's like one thing that I just started to do, and I loved it. I feature my story. I don't know if you guys seen it. I was crying. I was seeing everything. I'm getting all emotional. Yeah, it was interesting to see my own story, like just kind of like going by, and I was just like, wow, like oh, gosh. Like, it really just, the story was real. It's always been real, but just to see it, it was like mind blowing. And I was emotional. Like, I was emotional sharing it. At first it was like, okay, it's just, like, it's part of the story, but yeah, a lot of people, told me like, wow, that's amazing. You have an amazing story, and thanks for sharing. And so it's different, and yeah, so share your story on your stories. It does hit all. So anyway, just want to back on that.
Awesome. So did you do a video, or was it just like a series of photos?
It was a series of photos of my journey, starting back to 2018, mid 2018, when I started the program. After like the 30 days, actually it wasn't even 30 days, and I was already like seeing the results. And the dates, it's funny because I don't know if we like your pictures get saved, and when they pop up, when you're like gonna choose a photo, actually when you choose a photo, it pops a date on each photo, you know, so either you could keep it or delete it, you know, whatever you want to do with it. So for me to like see those dates and it's just amazing, you know, like we're skeptical, like, oh, I don't have a story, you know, oh, I started like this, oh, I don't see the changes, oh, but then you see it and it's just, you know, something different, you know, it's well, it was mind blowing for me, you know, and Chaz is like, damn, like you really changed, you know, not just, you know, like physical, but it's just like, oh my God, you know, and yeah, I didn't think that I was that huge, but I was, you know, for being tiny and being 170, and it's like, yeah, I was 170, you know, and my clothes didn't fit, and so I had to, you know, get back and out, and then you put the pictures together, and then like your story is there. It's like, wow, I don't know. So because of those dates, I was able to create a story.
Yeah, Yadira, you've changed all the way from the time of you rocking your low hat, brim just right here. Now you got no hat, like you changed all the way around. So kudos. And when you posted that story, I was like, man, Yadira's look at
That's
her
right.
now. She's just blossoming. Oh man, it was great. So I enjoyed your post. I really did.
Thank you. Yeah, I was emotional.
Wow, that's cool. Very cool. Well, thanks for sharing that.
I think
Appreciate that.
Jeffrey, you had something to say?
Go for it, Shadon.
Oh, I said no. Jeffrey had something to say. He rose his
Yeah.
hand.
Okay, let's bring him on.
Did I raise my hand? I was trying to hide it. And Shadon sees everything, man. This is crazy. Why does he see everything when it comes to me? Now, my story, I can't go after you, dear. Like, come on now. I can't. My story is that it's kind of off of what you had said with the 2468. But mine was a little bit different. So I've been going through a lot. Like I've been going through a lot. Like my life has changed. Shadon knows exactly how my life has changed completely. And it's been like a big whirlwind for me. And I'm trying to, at least stay sane in this whole situation. But I did the transformation stories, I think a couple of weeks ago, right? So me and James were talking. We had like a private Zoom, and then we were talking, and we were saying, and he was like, "Oh yeah, 3,000 people saw it." Now, my story has to do with not about the 3,000, but about one person. I've been talking to this guy. I know this guy since high school. Like me and him grew up together and everything. And I've been talking to him, talking to him, talking to him. I'm not pressuring him, even though a couple of conversations that me and him have, he said that I sound like a salesperson. So I kind of try to get off of that situation. But the moment I stopped talking, I have my cell phone right next to me. He texts me. He hit me up on Instagram message and told me, bro, you put on for the town. And now we're at a point now it's just growing in conversation. And whether he becomes a client or not, I know that what I said was seen, because I told a bunch of people, the people who I thought were going to text me didn't even text me. I don't even think they saw it. But he texted me out of nowhere. Like he hit me up out of nowhere, and I know that the method works. I'm brand new to the 246810, but I'm all for it. I'm down for it. Just like the 3 by 3 by 3. Like it works because when I didn't expect someone to see it, I seen that they saw it, and it was like I didn't even know he even knew about it. Like he still surprised me about it. So. And then now we're gonna go hiking at Mount Rubidoux. I think that's how you say it, Rubidoux or whatever. But yeah, we're gonna go hiking, and it's a great experience. It's uplifting to me just because I know that he just lost his brother to because his brother was overweight. and I think he had like diabetes or something like that, and he knows where he wants to get to. And the fact is that I'm not personally speaking to him, but I'm creating a relationship through just following the method that being a coach does, that it's working out for me. So I really my story isn't as big as Yadira, but but yeah, man, I'm happy for this. And just because the main part I'm happy is because I've been in a slump myself. I've been in a depression mode. Like I've hopped on and off of the plan. I've been in and out with being a coach. You know what I'm saying? I have people, and I'm trying to depend on James. I'm trying to depend on the whole group. When there's situations that I can handle myself, I just have to fight through the situation. So it just felt good to hear that guy talk to me, and now we're having a conversation, and now I know he wants to sign up, but it's not even just the fact of signing up, it's the fact that you know what I'm doing and you're telling the whole world. Like I just literally told the whole world what I was doing, and he saw it. He was one of the people that I would never think see it. So yeah, that's my story.
Wow, that's fire right there. That's amazing. Congrats on that. And, like James always tells all of us, it's about creating the relationships. And, sometimes, at least myself, it took me a while to get the hang of doing that. So to see you share that and, already experience and be going through that, that's very, very amazing. So yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, because that's, this new thing that I shared today is just gonna get you even farther, in your reaching out to other people. So yeah, that's great. Congrats. And I mean, we're growing as we go. It's part of the process, and it's part of also understanding where we're coming from, just like Yadira was sharing. And so it's that's definitely amazing. So thank you guys for sharing. That's all I had today. James, I'm not sure if you want to add anything to our conversation here, if you're up for it.
I want to say something. I really want to say something real quick. I know we're being recorded, and I know people are going to see this. I really love this group. Like am, I'm trying not to cry right now, but I'm going through a lot right now. I promise you guys, I'm going through a lot right now, and I love the support that I'm getting, because I would never have gotten this support. I mean, even though I have friends and everything, I love the fact that you guys aren't just here to sell me something, or you guys aren't just here just to be cool with me, to get me to a different point. Like we're actually tapping into my life right now. And I thank you guys for that. I really thank James, and I really thank Shadon for this. Like real talk. It was because I'm like, yeah, I thank you guys. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
Wow, hey, that's what we're here for, and I think we all come and discover that, this is a safe group for all of us. We all come with a different story, different things that we're trying to get through. And this is where, we get to share and support each other. So thank you for being open, every time with us. It's, I think I can speak for the whole group. We all welcome that, because this is how we help each other. We're not here to be all up for ourselves. We're here to help each other out through the process. And, I, I'm sure you've heard this before, but feel free to reach out, and any one of us, can help you if, like James or Shadon is not available. So, yeah, by all means, you know, that's awesome. Thank you. Um, anyone else wants to say
Yeah,
something?
yeah, yeah. All that going on. Um, yeah, this group and this Optavia itself, like if none of us would have said yes, we would none of us would be right here. that's what the whole thing about it is. Just, us wanting to change our lifestyle, us wanting to be healthier, not knowing that this would be what it is right now, not knowing how we would affect each other in our lives as we're going on, as we're helping each other go along, as we're learning more about ourselves and building to get better. So it's terrific that we all decided to say yes. We're all here emotionally, physically, mentally, growing and learning as we keep on trying to be better each day. So thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it. But it's all of us. It's not just me. It's not just James. It's not just Suzanne. It's not just you, dear. We all go through something, and this is what the group is here for, to help
Yeah,
us get to where we want to be. We all have our ups and downs, and when you have that support, it makes it seem not as hard.
that's
So
right.
yeah, that's all I got.
Man, I'm gonna go cry right now, guys. You guys really like, man, this is awesome. I really love it. I wasn't expecting this when James asked me to share today, but gosh, it's so rewarding. This is that other part of what we do, like you're sharing, Shadon, that really gets to me, and the reason why I can't go because just like Jeff was saying, yeah, sometimes the people that you think are gonna reach out to you, they don't. And you come here and then you find so much more than you were looking for. And so that's definitely it hits deep. So thank you all. And I guess we'll see each other next week. Anyone else wants to add anything? Did we have anyone else join us? No, I
Oh,
think we had a
one
small
last
group
thing.
today.
Everything we do now, we'll see 3 months later. So even if nobody's looking at your post or nobody's responding, they're looking at it. That's why we want to keep on doing it. And yeah, the beginning of the year next year is going to be a big year for all of us, including you, Jeffrey, because everything you're posting now, people are seeing it. Just like you said before, they're seeing it. You're reaching people that you didn't even know they're reaching. And like you dare said, we have all the people in mind that we want to talk to about it, but they're not being in contact. But other people are seeing it, and that's why we want to stay consistent. Staying consistent is the key. So it won't look like this is a fad for you. You want to stay consistent so people know exactly what you're doing. Oh, I got if I can share. Someone called me today and was like, they had a friend or something like that. They were thinking about they were gonna telling them that they were gonna do the gastric bypass surgery. And he was like, no, you shouldn't do that. That's not like a good way to get healthy. And he was like, oh, you should talk to my friend, which was me. And so he called me and he was like, yeah, because I saw your post. He doesn't know, he never asked what I did or anything. He just saw the post and whatnot. So he was like, I know it works. And so he was like, oh yeah, tell me a story. So I got her information and just like that. So you may not think people are looking at your stuff, but they are. They're always looking. They're always watching, especially because you're doing something in a positive way. And the main thing is being consistent. The consistency shows that this is what you're doing and this is real. It's not a fad. It's not going away. You're continually posting whatever it is that you're posting about health, mental health, just your livelihood. Continue that, and people are gonna reach out. They're gonna reach out. If and no, there's no doubt about it. But yeah, that's what I wanted to share.
Thanks, Shadon. Very cool. Well, thank you all of you for being here. And man, my mind is just going right now about all the things that maybe I will share next time. But one thing that I realized recently, and just because I was telling James how I need to, if I'm going to continue being a health coach, I need to commit. And I don't think so far I had done that. you know, because of course everything gets in the way, right? And I'm always, you know, I'm busy and I haven't figured out how to make it work. But I am in the process because I don't want to leave this. And one thing that I realized is that I'm a perfectionist. And, you know, that gets in the way of me posting, doing live videos, you know, doing all the things that we're supposed to be doing, because I want to, you know, prepare, and prepare before I actually do it. And that time that it takes me to, you know, do all those steps, you know, by then I'm like, oh, it's too late, I can't do it, and I don't do it. And so, you know, I'm really working, you know, in improving that, and, you know, accepting that things don't have to be perfect, you know, to do the steps that we are asked to do, and to stretch ourselves a little more out of where we're comfortable with. So anyway, I just thought I share that with you guys, you know, and as we continue, I think, you know, we start looking into, you know, little things that can help us, you know, moving into the holidays. You know, these are big months for coaching, and like you said, Shadon, January is, you know, that's when we're going to start seeing that all this work that we're putting in now. So anyways, wow, what a meeting. Well, thank you guys.
Yeah, yeah. This is what we're here for. Like, me and Yadira had a heart to heart, and since that conversation, she's been on a totally different level. A totally
Nice.
different level. Yeah, totally different level.
Yeah, that's
After that meeting, I cried. Let me tell you. I mean,
I know.
aside that I'm a crybaby, I cried. I'm like, okay, I really need to do this. I really need to get down and really just, you know, just write it down. You know, like, what is it? Like, why am I here? You know, what's really gonna drive me? You know, because, and you're right. You know, Shadon, you're right. You know, maybe, and even James, I mean, we've had this I think we have this conversation like every 2 weeks. I don't even know how often we have this conversation, that if I don't figure out my why, like, I'm not going to move from where I am. And so yeah, you know, and so I had to really, you know, dig deep and really, you know, just find that reason, you know. And even though it was always a reason, it was just kind of had let go of it and not realizing why I let go of it. But like you said, Susan, you know, it's just, you know, it's just finding, you know, like the structure and, like, you know, getting out of our own ways. And, you know, so I've been trying to do that. I'm trying to post more. I'm trying to, you know, not think about, like, what am I going to post? What am I going to say? I'm like, you know what? At this point, like, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to post it. I would take hours and hours thinking of something to post. And it's just like, I would get discouraged. I'm like, this is too much. I can't think of what to post. But, you know, I know Jamel always talks about, like, don't take long doing, well, I don't even know how he says that, but don't take long doing things that don't take long, or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, that's what I did.
cool. Yeah.
And
Nice.
it's showing, and it's showing, and it's showing. You see the effort that you didn't put through. It's showing. So all we got to do is do the little work, be consistent.
Yeah, consistency is key.
Yep. Wow.
All right, guys.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for a great team huddle.
Yeah, I love this. I have to say, I love it. Thank you, guys.
I think we'll
Well,
have Susan do some more of these. I'm gonna stop
it
recording.
wasn't